Our target product, Microsoft Lumia 430, was launched on March 2015 as the most affordable Lumia phone. It's a dual SIM smartphone, coming in two colors, red, orange, and black. Same as other Lumia series phones, Microsoft Lumia 430 using Microsoft Windows 8.1 as its operating system.
Shavin, are you alright? Why you look so uneasy today? I left my phone at home. I feel very sad. I cannot browse my Facebook, cannot use my WhatsApp at all. Ayo, just forgot to bring phone here. Why don't you concentrate on doing our project first? Hey, I have 5 more hours cannot touch my phone I never left my phone for that long time. Ayo, you're just like many other smartphone users nowadays. Cannot live without your smartphone one. Because smartphone is for smart user, that's why you cannot understand. Anyway, what happened to your Microsoft Lumia phone? I thought you just bought it a few weeks ago. Why the screen crack? I thought the phone should be very user friendly. Hey, it is Microsoft product, right? Who knows I spent a lot of time to figure out how to use it. One day, I'm really angry and just dump it. That's why the screen cracked. Oh dear, as I say, the smartphone is for smart user. Huh? You don't believe me how user friendly is it? Hey, why don't we ask our friend and try to figure out whether it's my problem or my phone problem? Good idea. Since we need to do engineering side project, right? We use this as our target product lah.
These are the participants of our study.
For our usability evaluation of Microsoft Lumia 430, there will be 4 scenarios to test on 4 frequent use functions in the smartphone. The 4 frequent use functions include contact, messengers, mobile data, and notification panel. Our aim of usability evaluation is to testing the convenience in using this function. These are the procedures for our study. In the first scenario, participants are required to manage the contact. Firstly, they need to create a new contact. After that, they were asked to edit the name of contact and followed by delete the contact. Ideal path of execution for scenario 1. There are 2 methods for task 1, adding the new contact. Firstly, go to People, tap on the plus icon, key in new contact and save. Or, go to Phone function, tap on keypad, key in the number and save. For edit and delete the contact, go to People, select the contact, tap on the pen icon to edit the contact. For delete the contact, tap on the other and select delete. Our first participant Jimmy, after he received the instruction to add a contact, he pressed the phone function, find it irrelevant and then exit. He proceeds to People and add the contact successfully. The edit and delete contact task, Jimmy directly proceeds to People, hold the contact, found it no response, then tap on the contact again, and finally success in both tasks. Our second participant Ryan first proceed to the phone function for SIM card 2 and then return to home page. He tried to search for contact related function in the home page. He then proceed to People and create the contact successfully. For the task of edit and delete, Ryan do not face any difficulties on it. Our third participant, Hui Hui, success by adding the new contact in the phone function. She also success easily in the third and second task. Our last participant have faced some difficulties that different from other participants. She add the new contact in the phone function easily. However, for edit and delete, she go to the phone function and tap on the contact. The phone did not show any edit or delete function and only direct our participant to call function. After that, she only proceeds to People and perform the task correctly.
I think it's quite easy, but some of the interface may be a bit hard for me to understand. Like on the home page, right, there's no icon. All I see is square, 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 square. Then I managed to find the contact by seeing People. Usually, when I think of People, I won't think of contact. But from the People, the word People, right, I understand that it is a place to store contact. So I tap on the People, it brings me to a place that I can add contact.
I think for the editing contact, usually for my phone, when I go into the call button, it will connected to the contact list. But for this one, when I have to edit the contact, I have to go to other functions that call People, and then from there I only can edit contact, and this is quite inconvenient. Yeah.
Problem 1, we found that 50% of our participants are unaware that they are able to add the new contact in full function even though they access the full function. We think that this is because the interface of full function is very different from other phone brands such as Apple, Samsung, and Huawei. As a recommendation, we suggest that the keypad can put on main interface in full function so that user can easily key in the new contact when they access the full function. Problem 2. Participant feedback that there is either no icon or the label of contact is unfamiliar to them. We recommend that by add a familiar icon to people function or change the label to contact rather than people will help them recognize the function easily. Problem 3. Contact list in the full function only support call function. Our suggestion was to include all functions of contact list into full function so that users are able to edit their contact directly from the full function. Problem 4. Although none of our participants make this mistake, we observed that there is a plus icon for speed dial in full function. This might confuse the user that this supports the add function. As a recommendation, the speed dial icon can be replaced by another icon to prevent the error. In the second scenario, participants need to look for messengers function and send a message. Ideal path of execution for scenario 2. Messengers function is located beside the phone function. To send a message, tap on the plus icon in the messengers. When the message is ready to send, tap on the send button. In the second task, Jimmy proceeded to mail function because he thought that envelope icon represents the message function. He then figured out there's another icon for messengers. For sending a message, he successfully performed the task. However, he hesitated a while before pressing the send button. The second and third participants, Ryan and He made the similar mistake in scenario 2. Firstly, both of them misrecognized envelope icon as messenger's function. Secondly, when the message is ready to send, both of them seem like not sure where's the send button. Ryan tried to press enter to send but failed. Finally, they figured out the send button after they clicked the other button to show that the label of send button. Our last participant is the only one who did not misleading by the envelope icon. However, when sending the message, she also hesitated with the send button.
I mistaken email as message because the icon for they use for message is a trap message instead of a normal envelope messaging icon.
Usually, the first task is to send message to Yi-Ching. So I thought the envelope icon is to send message, but end up the envelope icon is to access to email. So which confuses me like with the envelope icons. And the second difficulty is the send button. So every time after we type the message, we'll press a button like just mention send, but for this task there's no send button. The send button is replaced with another icon which I don't understand.
The send icon is not visible enough.
Problem 1. 75% of our participants thought that the envelope icon represents messages function. This is because the envelope icon of mail function is confusing participants and prone to error. Hence, our recommendation could be change the icon of mail function, which is the main reason for the confusion. All our participants hesitate before they press the send button, which clearly shows that the send button is unclear or unfamiliar to them. Hence, our recommendation is to replace it with a more clear and familiar icon.
Scenario 3, participants were asked to find where to manage the mobile data. Ideal path of execution for scenario 3, to access settings, can either pull down the notification panel or sweep the home screen to the right. In settings, under the system, search for mobile plus SIM and turn on the mobile data. For the third task, Jimmy tried to figure out the mobile data setting for the home screen, found there were nothing relevant. Then he swiped the screen to the right, discovered setting from the application list, then correctly to mobile plus SIM and turn on the data. In the third task, Ryan opened the notification panel and tried to swipe it to the right to figure out where to manage the mobile data, but failed. After that, he proceeded to setting, accidentally opened the Bluetooth, then quit. He pressed on data sense and turned on something irrelevant. He thought the task had completed, and so he returned to the home screen. After the experimenter told him that he haven't turned on the mobile data, he go back to the setting, data sense again, check on it, and quit. He scrolled down and up to search for mobile data related function, click on internet sharing, and quit. Finally, Ryan successfully completed the task by figuring out the mobile plus SIM is to manage the mobile data. For Hui Hui, she directly go to the notification panel, search for mobile data function, then she proceed to setting, click on internet sharing, back, go to data sense, back again, scroll up and down to find where to perform the task. She felt lost when she had no idea where to do it. Just explore the phone everywhere and ask for hint from experimenter. Finally, with the hint from experimenter, she successfully turned on the data. In the third task, participant 4 tried to find out the mobile data from the home page. After that, he swiped to the right to the application page, click on data sense, back, go to setting, and complete the task.
It's a bit difficult because it's not. I don't think there's a direct icon on the surface, so I need to go to the find setting and to find the way to on the mobile data.
It's a bit hard for me to find because on the top bar, right, when I pull down the top bar, it doesn't show. Usually in Android phone, right, the data Wi-Fi setting is all in the same place. However, on the top sliding bar, right, I only saw Wi-Fi, so I actually have to go all the way to the setting and search for mobile data. And again, the word is not very intuitive, so I spend a bit more time to find the switch to on the mobile data.
Very difficult to find the data setting. Because for me, I usually go to my notification panel to scroll for mobile data instead of mobile plus SIM. So which is not related to mobile data for me.
Less of visibility of mobile data management cause 75% of our participants do not know where to access the mobile data setting. To address this problem, we suggest that mobile data function set as default application in the notification panel. Besides, even participants successfully access to setting function, 75% of them still no idea on which system is to manage the mobile data. This is mainly because there are few mobile data related systems in setting might confusing user, and the true system for mobile data management is not there yet. Hence, our suggestion is to group all mobile data related functions under one system with simple and clear label so that user can find it easily. The last scenario, participants were asked to replace the Bluetooth by mobile data in notification panel. Ideal path of execution for scenario 4, getting to setting again, under system, select the notification plus action, tap on the Bluetooth and select the mobile data. In the fourth scenario, Jimmy opened the notification panel, tried to change the setting by holding the Bluetooth. However, it only turned on the Bluetooth. After that, he proceeded to setting and performed the task accurately. In the fourth scenario, Ryan scrolled down the notification panel, then proceed to setting, scroll up and down to figure out where to manage the notification panel. He go to the application, back to system, click on apps corner, back to home screen, Start again from scroll down the notification panel by holding the function. While there is nothing changes, go to setting again, application, system, correctly found the notification and actions, hold the function. While there is no response, scroll down to check, then try to tap on the function, and finally figure out the correct way to change the notification panel setting. The fourth scenario, Jorge had no idea where to change the notification panel. Firstly, she tried it from the notification panel directly but failed. Then she go to setting, tap on Bluetooth, while there is not relevant, back, then scroll up and down, tap on mobile plus SIM, but fail to, back, continue scroll up and down, go to start plus team, back, and finally found the notification plus action and succeed the task. In scenario 4, our last participant firstly try to change the setting through the notification panel and found it doesn't work. Then she go to the setting, click on the notification and actions. However, she showed a little bit hesitant before she found the correct way to change the setting.
Very hard. Cannot drag and drop. Android can drag and drop. I think the main problem is cannot drag and drop. So I have to tap into the setting. Have to find. So it's not very user friendly for people who are not familiar with this setting.
It's not easy to change the setting because usually I didn't change any setting on the notification panel. So I just use whatever I can get from the panel. I think it's too little function in the panel because from my phone I can get like mobile data. I also can get torchlight from my panel. So it's like more various and more easy to get what I want.
I think it's alright, but I think the phone should be more user friendly, and then to make the users like more easy to change the icon in the notification panel.
All participants try to edit directly the notification panel on it but fail. It shows that the notification panel edit function is lack of visibility. So we suggest that adding a small edit button on the notification panel can increase the efficacy of manage the panel. Besides, according to feedback from participants, we also suggest that the number of applications on notification panel can be increased so that there are more applications can be accessed from it. 50% of participants hesitate on how to replace the application in panel even they already entered the notification plus action interface. This is mainly because there is lack of help and documentation to help provide information for user on how to replace the application. Hence, we suggest that with a help icon in the interface that provide information on how to manage the notification panel can improve the problem.
As a conclusion, we found that the inconvenience in using Microsoft Lumia 4.3.0 is due to the violation of usability heuristic. For example, consistency and standard is violated in the adding new contact task. As the interface on phone function is very different from the other phone, users did not aware that they are able to add new contact in the phone function. At the same time, consistency and standard is also violated in the send message task. This is because the envelope icon that normally represent message function is represent mail function in this phone. Besides, function of manage mobile data is not salient due to presence of other mobile data related system in the setting. This violation of visibility has confused the user when they perform the task. Help and documentation is violated in the editing notification panel task, as there is no information to assist the user in editing notification panel. Hence, we provide some recommendation to address the problem in order to make the phone more user-friendly.